Right.
Yes. So let me share my screen. Yep.
Yes.
Yes. So can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can. So I'm gonna mute now.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I think now it's a good afternoon. Yeah, it's noon here in the UK. Nice weather, lovely summer, early summer. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about benefits management and its application for business strategy and project success. First of all, let me introduce myself to you. I have PhD from Cranfield University in the UK on project and benefits management. Now I'm a senior lecturer and associate professor in project and program management in the University of Kent. Actually, right now I'm associate director at PMI UK. Also, I'm director at my company, IBIS Consultancy. Also awarded the best researcher from Association of Project Management in 2016. And actually, we will discuss a little bit today about this research. I'm currently academic judge at APM, Association of Project Management, awarded 2 research projects from PMI on project benefits management. And now the new standard guide on benefits management authored by PMI, my name on it as one of the contributors to the book because of this fund. I'm also international editorial board at International Journal of Project Management and review board at Business Process Management Journal, steering committee at British Academy of Management. So I'm a member of course, these organizations. This is my LinkedIn. I'm very happy to keep in contact with all of you. And this is my Twitter. Here we go. So today we are going to talk about transformation success, strategic initiative success, and a framework for delivering successful business strategies. So Amgad, I don't understand what's the relationship between strategy and transformations, and later you talk about the benefits. What's the relationship between transformation and strategy? So any strategy has a purpose, which is a vision, which is ultimately the objectives. You will never be able to deliver your objectives without being changed. So you need to be changed first to deliver your or to achieve your objectives. And to change, why do I need to change? To get benefit from capabilities. So first of all, to increase your sale, you need to develop and build a new capability, integrate the new capability in your business practice, then you can deliver your benefits. So it's a story. You need to start by building your capability. Again, then you integrate this capability in your business practices. Last, which is delivering the benefits. You will never be able to increase your sales just by pushing and putting more stress on your employees or your sales rep. So this is how we can deliver the success from the strategies. So the third point today is framework for delivering successful business strategies. And what does it mean, benefits management? So how can we benefit from it? Benefits management as a philosophy, as a framework, as a methodology, or as a practice. So before the last, how can benefits management, benefit realization management be applied in practice, and then test these ideas on 360 projects, which are already published in 2 journal papers. And let's see how much these ideas are valid, useful, and can increase a company's performance. So transformations, 59% of organizations began transformative projects in 2017. So more than half of organizations are adopting projects to deliver transformations. Second, 50% of companies now more towards delivering strategies through projects. But what's really a shame on us, 70% of transformative projects fail. So this is a little bit weird. Okay. So let's go to understand the problem more in depth. But before we understand the problem, let's see some other figures. First of all, 70% of the IT transformations projects fail. My God. 75% of total quality management projects fail. Oh. 68% of organizations that adopt ISO certification, they believe that benefits are not realized. 60% of companies adopting Six Sigma are unhappy. 75% of companies adopting new HR initiatives don't realize the expected benefits. 69% of organizations notice they fail to execute their strategy successfully. 80% of organizations fail to realize their corporate objective from their strategies. So this is a little bit shame on all of us. This is actually from international studies, not from Britain alone, not from Europe, not from America, not from Africa, but this is actually from everywhere in the world, which is actually very, very a shame on us. We need to rethink about what we do. So let's understand the process from strategy formulation to strategy execution. First, you need to understand the internal and the external environment, what we call SWOT analysis, strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. After understanding the environment very well, now you can develop your strategy to hunt the opportunities available in the market. Based on that, you need to break down your strategy into programs, and each program needs to break down into projects. Then start work on these projects to deliver capabilities which shall be translated into benefits. So this is how you can say 90% of companies doing their strategies, which is, I think, is not bad, but the bad will come later. So what does it mean, benefit? Benefit, it means measurable improvement which results from a new operating business process. So I will never be able to lose my weight without changing my diet habits. And diet habits will not be achieved successfully without embracing this idea, without embracing new capabilities, could be new prescription or medicine or business diet or whatever. And so I can lose my weight. So this is what we call measurable improvement due to change in the practice. So benefit will never be realized without the changing in the practice. So benefit, we can call it delta KPI, change in the KPIs. This is a study. I actually tried to understand how the transformation happened in the companies. This is published in 2015. So this is what you can see here, KPI. This is key performance indicators in the company. This is the current performance. And you start to deploy a new capability in that place. So here you start to implement a new capability. Implementation, now the business performance goes down because lots of disruption here and there. People start to be unhappy, anxiety, stressed because of the change, resistance, and the performance goes down and down and down and down until a certain point. Some companies fail completely to proceed and go back. Other companies maybe go to bankrupt, like Birmingham Council in 1996. The government failed and stopped completely, or this curve goes up. And this is what I want to talk today. How can we push this curve to up? So once it goes up like this, now people restore the belief in the system or in the technology or in the capability or in the strategy or in the project, then the performance goes up to a certain point. So benefit is a difference between this point and this point. It's a long journey. It's a long journey. Some studies say it takes around 3 years. And this is how the strategy, we develop strategies, always strategies on 5 years, 6 years. So it takes time. But we need some guys to help us. We need somebody like business change management. We need to have benefits management to work on this curve. So why transformations fail? Lots of studies try to cover this point. in different disciplines, in total quality management, in project management, in operations management, in strategic management. So here I try to summarize all of these reasons into one big map, and then develop standards for benefits management for actually overcoming these problems. So what we found in literature: first, insufficient board level commitment. Second, insufficient stakeholder engagement. So these people are not engaged enough. Why? Because we don't have a clear vision. And why we don't have a clear vision? Because we don't have a clear blueprint in the future. We don't know what is the future, how the future shall look like. Also, we have a problem in focusing on the benefit. We always focus on people, we focus on the capability, but we never focus on the benefits from the new capability. Unrealistic expectations, or we believe that's unrealistic expectations, organizations fail to manage the culture. Always when you think about the change starts by perception, goes to attitude leads to change in the behavior. So you need to change the perception, which comes by changing the culture. Change the culture, change the perception, so you can change the people attitude, and so you can change their behavior. So based on that, we set the standards. This is not my standard, this is MSP standards, Managing Successful Programs standard. Says what? You need to lead the change, you need to envision and communicate better future, deliver a coherent capability. So this can make people happy with the future and understand the future. They can see the future better, focus on the benefits, and always try to learn from experience. This is from MSP, Managing Successful Programs. So this is a nice map to understand the relationship between the strategy, project, and benefits management. Corporate objectives. So corporate objectives create program vision. Program vision creates program blueprint. So this is blueprint. It means how we shall look like in the future in order to deliver the benefits. So we have current state, we have to be state, and blueprint, it means how to move from the current state to be in the to be state. The blueprint is broken down into projects. Each project creates capability. Capabilities create outcomes. Outcomes create benefits. Benefits can lead to objectives. So as you can see, it's a long story. So in each step, you need to intervene in the process. So most people believe that capabilities will lead to outcome. No. Outcome, what does it mean, outcome? It means how we look like in the future, how we actually do the things, how we integrate the capability into our business as usual. So people have the capabilities, but not necessarily integrating it into the business as usual. And not necessarily being integrated in the business as usual to deliver the benefits. So you need to work on these things. You need to have somebody called the business change manager. You need to have benefits ownership. You need to have KPIs and performance evaluation to ensure that these guys are using the capability in business as usual so that they can deliver the benefits. So what's benefits management? We have different definitions for benefits management and benefit realization management. Benefits management actually started by Ward and Daniel on IT sector. They said, what does it mean, benefits management? It's a process of organizing and managing so that benefits can be realized. So benefits will never be realized without it changing in the practice. Second, the APM definition, more or broader definition, is focused on identification of the benefit, definition of the benefits, planning to realize the benefits, tracking the benefits, and so you can realize the benefits. My definition is a little bit sophisticated. I published it in 2016. Initiating, so you initiate each project, plan for each project, organize for each project, execute the project, control the project, transition the project to support the change in the practice so that we can deliver that benefits. Another definition focus more on a strategy. It says what set of process structured to close the gap between strategy planning and strategy execution so that you can deliver the benefits. They are not different definitions. All of them are one thing. all of them focus on the philosophy of benefits management. So we have philosophy of benefits management, we have philosophy of benefits management, we have practice, we have frameworks, we have methodologies, we have tools. So we have different things to be able to connect between the strategy planning or strategy formulation and the strategy execution. This is a benefits management cycle. First of all, you need to start by identifying the benefits. What are the benefits? Second, how can you achieve the benefits? When you think about how can you achieve the benefits, now you start thinking about what are the capabilities required to deliver the benefits. And from the capabilities, you can go down and think about what are the project outputs required. This is what we call benefits map. Benefits map, it says what project outputs leads to capabilities, and capabilities leads to outcome, and outcomes leads to benefit. So in planning the benefits, you need to map and structure the organizational strategy into project outputs, capabilities, outcomes, and benefits. Then work hard in executing the benefits. Executing the benefits, which means delivering the project outputs, working on the capabilities to be realized, work on the outcome, and ensure that the capabilities are integrated in the business as usual, and so benefits can be realized. And you need to think about what are the risks for realizing benefits. So even if we have capabilities integrated in our business as usual, some benefits are not realized. Why? This is the fourth step, which is most critical one, which is a review the benefits. Most of companies have project management performance evaluation, or what we call post-project evaluation. So just we evaluate the project management performance, but we never evaluate the benefits management performance. We need to have audit on the benefits realization, and we need to use it in a constructive way to think about what are the challenges for realizing benefits. So this is a little bit important, and based on my study, this is the most important one. More than this one, more than this one, more than this one. Because when you identify the benefit, anybody can say, okay, this is my benefits. When you plan, everybody is very smart in planning. But when you set the accountability and responsibility, here is a point. So you need to ensure that you have audit reviews on the benefit and benefit realization, and this is mainly on benefits owner, or you can say the employees. Last but not least, from time to time, you have to have workshops to ensure that the benefits are most utilized, and also to think about the future, think about how to get more benefits from the current capabilities. So what's benefits management? Benefits management, now it's a philosophy. It's about how we can manage the strategy. It's a new perspective to develop and to implement the strategies. It has lots of frameworks. Nowadays, it has lots of frameworks. From our study on benefits management as standard guides, we found around 60 countries adopting benefits management as part of their standards in delivering organizational strategies in public sector. So now we have Britain, Australia, America, Switzerland, Sweden, lots of countries, even Japan, from the public perspective. So benefits management have different frameworks, and each framework has its own methodologies. So philosophies, what does it mean, philosophy? Philosophy, it means principles and approach. So now you need to, in your company, when you develop your strategy, you need to put some principles in how you create the plan, how you execute the plan, how you govern the plan, the strategy. The management approach. So usually we have different approaches in running organizations, like Ford and Taylor: routine, standardization, efficiency, and effectiveness. So do you think this way of management can fit with the benefits management? It's a little bit weird. Benefits management framework. So we need to think about mechanisms, and already now we have developed lots of mechanisms to ensure that the framework is in place. Strategies and governance structure. So for example, we used to have strategy planner, and that's it. So now we talk about, we need to have program manager, we need to have business change manager, we need to have benefits manager, and every role has its own competences, job description, job specifications, requirement, achievements, indicators, performance indicators. So we need to think about the governance structure. I published a paper on the governance structure, and already now in managing benefit certificates, they have devoted a big deal on governance structure. Benefits management methodology. So we need to have a methodology. We need to have process, clear process for all stakeholders, how we deliver strategies through benefits management approach. So we need to have a clear plan, clear process fit with the benefits management philosophy. Plans, we need to create our plans based on that, and tools. Benefits management has around now 86 tools devoted for managing and running and controlling benefits. So now it becomes a well-developed science as benefits management. So we have lots of tools used to control the process, used to plan the process, to identify the benefits, control the benefits, and govern the benefits. So do you think that benefits management is something true or what? So I did 2 studies, and these studies awarded the best research in this time, 2016. I studied 200 projects all over the world, not in a certain country. And I found that project management is good if you adopt the real project management. Transformation success will be improved. So don't think the problem was project management. Project management is innocent. So the problem mainly is how we use project management in transformative projects. So I set some criteria, and I did like checklist, and I measured success against this criteria. And I found the companies that use a proper project management techniques and principles, they will be able to deliver transformation success more than the companies that do not use project management or use project management in a wrong way. The same for benefits management. I found compared between companies who adopt benefits management in delivering their strategy and transformations and the companies that do not, and I found that companies who using benefits management are significantly outperforming the companies that are not. The last, which is quite interesting, the company that use project management and benefits management at the same time, they are able to deliver success by more 45%, which means like the probability of success increased by 50%, around 50%, just because of the adopting both project and benefit. 30% more than these two. Okay, so this one increased success by 30%, this one increased success by 20%, but when they come together, all over success goes by 45% more than any of them. Study 2, and this is quite interesting study. It was about studying the principles, the values, the culture, the benefits management culture and benefits management logics. This is quite interesting because how can we measure the culture was quite difficult and sophisticated. And that's why I could only study 140 projects. And I found in this study that the companies that adopt the values of project management and benefits management in their normal practice, in their day-to-day practice, in their values, okay, they are able to deliver success far better than those who don't have this culture. What's really interesting in this study, I found the companies that use project management and benefits management logics in everything and use that in their transformative projects, they are able to deliver success by more than 34% than these ones. or you can say around 70% of the companies that use these project management logics in their practices, normal practices, benefits management logic in their normal practice, and use both in their day-to-day projects, use both in their transformative projects, are able to deliver success by more than 70%. This means what? This means that success now can be improved if we use project benefits management. I hope that you benefit from this short, quick seminar, and I'm ready for your questions. Thank you very much. Questions, answers? So I will move the host to you. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm muting you. Okay.
All right. Thanks very much, Amgad. That was quite insightful and educative. I have one question, though. Can you give us a very practical example or scenario where of implementing a benefit strategy? Just a short example, a short scenario.
Yes. There is a case study. Actually, it was 1 year ago. It was one of the companies that tried to implement a new system. So they wanted actually to automate all their business process, all business activities, and they adopt a new ERP system, a software to as a hub for everything, and integrate all the business process, make it automated, and more use of big data and data analytics in the place. This case failed to develop this culture and to use this technology in their daily practices. They failed for a couple of years. And so I came to them, helped them to structure all the business practices using benefits management. And we found that just within 6 months, all the company transformed successfully from being fully manual to fully automated, and they start to use the business analytics in their daily routines. The performance increased by around 15%. Talking about the profit increased by 15% just after 1 year from the full deployment of the technology. So what I can say here, or what I can share with you now, the main issue what we faced that was very, very projectized approach, which means it's all about project management, delivering capabilities, and that's it. Resistant to change was huge, no benefits, ownership, no any methodology for realizing the benefits from what's going on. So it's failed. But once we came and we put like a methodology for the process, we set the benefits management principles, criteria, and standards, and everybody knows his role. So now things come better. We set some champions for the change. We set like business change manager and senior responsible owner in the place. So we have also stakeholder map and put all of stakeholders on the map, their interests and their perceptions, their views. And we used lots of benefits management tools and techniques. Within just 6 months, everything was changed.
Okay, that's very nice. Now, my next question has to do with the application of benefits management in an agile setting and an agile development setting, because we know that for agile project management and delivery, there's less documentation, less structure, and all that. So, how do you see benefits management being applied in an agile setting?
Mhm. Very, very interesting question. Thank you for that. This is very interesting question. So let me show you something here. Yes. So we can say like this one. We have different life cycles. We have project management life cycle. We have benefits management life cycle. So project management life cycle could be 6 months. Benefits management life cycle could take 3 years. So we need to integrate project management life cycle into benefits management life cycle. Waterfall approach using project management like phases, phase one, phase two, phase three. The same for anything, for, as a project or as a benefits management. But when we talk about agile, it means dynamic, iterative, and lots of meetings here and there. So
Yes.
I think, or I'm a little bit sure about, if we apply agile for project benefits management, this can be a big, big success. But we still have lots of challenges here and there because benefits management, we believe that benefits management players and the actors are very different from project management. Project management, more technical people. Maybe when agile, just we have like super user or somebody to work with these guys. But how can we engage all of other actors or other players to be engaged in the project management and make it more agile? What's really interesting, I can share that with you. When I studied the impact of project management practice and benefits management practice and tried to set some combinations to see how can we improve the success, I found that any change in time and schedule will affect the benefit realization significantly negatively. So time is very, very important because people readiness depends on time. So I'm expecting the capability will be on March. If it doesn't come on March, people lose the trust in the capability. And if they lose the trust, this will affect their perception, attitude, and the usage later. So what we need to do is to keep it agile if we can, make it flexible if we can, but bear in your mind that if any case the trust between these actors and the capability fall down, everything will ruin and it will be very, very negative. So agile benefits management has pros and cons. I think we need more research on it to find, because right now, from my point of view, right now, I don't advise much benefits management, project management as one framework using agile because trust. If we find a way to improve the trust between actors and still being agile, we can go for that.
All right, that's lovely. All right, so I think we've come to the end, almost the end of this webinar, and personally, it's been very insightful, and I've learned quite a lot from this, and I believe other participants have learned as well. So going forward from here, the link to the video for this webinar is going to be shared on social media. So please do expect it once we wrap up in a few seconds. And if at all in the future anyone has questions regarding benefit management, I mean, we know of Amgad right now. He's he's an expert in that area, so you can always reach out to him on LinkedIn or Twitter, and I believe he'll make up some time to respond to your query. So once again, thank you so much, Amgad, for giving us this opportunity to spare out a few minutes of your time in your busy schedule to share this very helpful and beneficial knowledge with us. Much appreciated. So we'll be in touch for future webinars, hopefully in the future.
Okay,
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much again.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Have a nice day, and thank you all for attending.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Bye.